Hello, everybody. Dane here from Moving to Canada. I'm here today to talk to you about a job opportunity in Canada. On occasion, our team does recommend employment opportunities in Canada. We only do this with companies we know are reputable, with companies we know are reliable, and with companies who have reputations that we can verify. One such company out there is Young Guns Container Crew. And here today to talk about an employment opportunity with Young Guns is the VP of North American Operations, John O'Sullivan. Thank you so much for joining me today, John. How are you doing?
Good, Dane. Thank you for having me, mate. It's great to have a chat with you on this Moving to Canada platform.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be able to find some great people who are looking for good work in Canada. So let's jump right into it, John. Can you tell me a little bit about Young Guns?
Sure, Dano. So Young Guns is a family-owned business. We specialise in loading and unloading shipping containers for large retailers and 3PLs.
Okay, cool. And you guys are looking for workers for jobs in Canada. I saw the job posting on our website is for the position of laborer, but are these positions for specific locations in Canada?
Yeah, they are, Dane. So primarily we're looking at Vancouver and Toronto, and probably midway through next year, or at some point next year anyway, Calgary will also be on that list as well.
Okay, yeah, so that's midway through 2021. We'll probably see Calgary pop up there. But hey, Toronto, Vancouver, both very popular destinations in
Yeah,
Canada.
yeah,
Um,
great cities to be in.
And so, as laborers, what kind of work are these employees going to be doing? What does maybe a typical work day look like at Young Guns?
Yeah, sure. So the successful people coming through will join one of our container teams. These teams are based at our customers' distribution centres in various locations. A typical day involves being partnered up or put into teams of three, and we're physically unloading freight from containers onto pallets. We're shrink wrapping, we're driving forklifts. So really, really sort of hands-on work as part of the container team.
Okay, and it sounds like really physical work. Is that correct?
It is, Dana. It is physical work. We don't shy away from that. So if you're naturally inclined to avoid the hard stuff, it may not be for you. But for those who don't mind sort of getting their hands dirty, yeah, there's definitely opportunity there for you to join one of our container teams.
Okay. And you talked about shipping containers. Just so I'm clear, these are like we have these big boats that come in across the ocean, and they have all of those like containers stacked on the back. That's what people are going to be unloading.
That's correct, Dane. So those containers have all kinds of things in them. So once they make their way to the distribution centres, our teams are there ready and waiting, and we will pull off all the freight out of those containers and we'll palletize it. Like I said, and it could be unloading any number of different things from grocery products to homewares to green coffee. All kinds of things are inside those containers, and we handle all of it.
Okay, very cool. And what kind of folks should consider applying for this job?
Yeah, so there's a couple main ones here, Dano. One primarily is people who are looking to travel, who are coming to Canada. I want to have a good time. They want to have a network as soon as they arrive. We can certainly cater to that with a lot of our guys coming through the IEC program, for example. So those kind of guys looking to travel, to work hard, make some money to fund those travels and have a good network around them. On the flip side to that is we are a professional business. We are a growing business as well. So while there is a lot of fun, we also cater to those who actually want to come and build a career with us. We've got various opportunities all over the world, and so for the more career focused and growth orientated person, we can certainly cater to them as well. They want to come and sort of lay down some roots and build a career with us.
Okay, cool. And it sounds like you hire a lot of people who aren't initially from Canada, and maybe I'm being a little bit prejudiced here, but based on your accent, it sounds like you might not be originally from Canada. Can you tell our audience where you're from and sort of how you ended up here?
Yeah, sure, Dane. That subtle accent there is definitely an Australian accent. I'm originally from Sydney, but I've been in Canada since 2014. I was fortunate enough to meet a lovely Canadian woman in Australia many years ago, and so I managed to come here to Canada as a permanent resident in 2014.
Okay, cool. And I heard you mention before that you have a lot of people you hire through IEC, which is International Experience Canada. That includes the hugely popular Working Holiday program, which brings people in from, the UK, Ireland, Australia, 35 different countries. Is this opportunity at Young Guns a good opportunity for Working Holiday participants?
Yeah, it is. I think it's really sort of ideal for those coming through on a working holiday permit. The reason I say that is we have had a lot of people, and we continue to have a lot of people working with us and joining our teams through that platform. I think what's appealing about it is they come and they meet with like-minded people straight from day one, and they have a good time. They build lasting friendships, and so it's definitely suited to the IEC visa holders. We also have Canadian guys working with us as well. But these guys on the IAC visas generally do find a nice little click and connect with that foreign element as well, and enjoying that piece of being here in Canada.
Cool. Yeah, and I know we did a similar campaign with you about a year and a half ago when you were looking for employees, and we heard nothing but good things about the people who did end up working with you, which is one of the reasons we're happy to do this again.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I know one of the major issues IEC participants have been facing this year, and we don't know how long it's going to go on for, is the COVID travel restrictions, which mean that IEC working holiday participants cannot enter Canada and activate their work permit unless they have a letter of employment, an offer of employment from a Canadian employer. Is that something that you at Young Guns are able to provide IEC participants who you do choose to hire?
Yeah, absolutely, Dave. For the right people who are actually coming here with the right intentions and want to come and join our team, we can certainly help those with the job offer to help them navigate the process of entering Canada.
Cool. Okay. And maybe going a bit broader, because I know some of our audience are going to ask this question. If a person doesn't have a work permit application approved, or if they haven't already gained some other type of immigration status in Canada that authorizes them to work, can Young Guns provide support with the full immigration process, maybe through the support of like an LMIA?
Yeah, Dana, it is quite tricky to be able to do that if they haven't already been to the country and had some experience with us. So unfortunately, we can't. We shouldn't say we can't. We can, but it is a bit of a timely process, and it's there's a fair bit involved from a legal and immigration standpoint. So we do have to check off a lot of boxes to be compliant there. So generally, with the LMIA process, it is more geared towards people who have actually been in the country through the IEC program initially. Done a bit of work with us and potentially progressed into some leadership positions, then we can certainly keep people in the country through the LMIA process. But it is a bit more difficult bringing them in fresh through that LMIA process. It is a timely and costly process to go through.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I know that's a common theme we hear from a lot of Canadian employers. Canada doesn't make it particularly easy to hire people from outside the country, at least not all the time. So I am guessing, John, since you guys are involved with shipping, and in the year of COVID, we have all learned that supply chains are essential, that your employment is considered an essential service. So am I correct in assuming that there's a good chance that, no matter what happens over the next couple months, there's a good chance that Young Guns is going to continue being up and running?
That's right, Dano. So yeah, we have been very fortunate in the sense that a lot of the freight that we handle and the customers that we serve have been deemed essential, and therefore our services have also been deemed essential. So we've got some pretty robust protocol in there to keep our team members safe through COVID, but certainly from an employment security standpoint, our opportunities or positions rather are definitely secure through these sort of uncertain times.
Okay, and employment security, of course, that's an important thing, but let's talk for a minute about the security of one's gains. So, can you tell me, for all those people who are out there, worried that their gym might close again, or maybe their gyms have already closed again, and they might not be able to get their workouts in, landing a job at Young Guns, unloading and loading these shipping containers every day, that's gonna let them get their lifting in as a part of their job that pays them. Is that right?
That's correct, mate. Every day at Young Guns is leg day.
Okay, that makes sense, because what I've heard, and maybe you can verify this for me, is that working at Young Guns guarantees that you will see a 200% increase in your one rep max on squat. Is that true?
That is true in elements. I think that'll come from being pushed from your teammates. Everybody's trying to outdo each other in the containers, so you'll definitely increase your 1 rep max through the competitive nature of the teams.
Okay, that's awesome to hear. So, look, this all sounds great. Thank you so much for joining me to share this information with our audience, John. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you are interested in this job opportunity, you can get more information on how to apply in the link, which is right down there in the description. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will, of course, see you next time.
Thanks, Dana.